All right. Well, I love everything that Roberta's brings us. The Wallin family, we have Derek with us now. He has brought us a 3-piece jumbo begonia bulbs, and you get the basket with this. You're going to get a 12-inch beautiful hanging basket, which you will reuse season after season with a really nice cocoa liner, and then a season's worth of food fertilizer for this as well. But as always, Derek, these are not normal begonia bulbs. These are special, and we brought everybody 3 colors: orange, pink, and yellow.
That's right. You know, begonias, you might think, oh, I can find those at the checkout aisle of my local grocery store, or the local garden store has some begonias, but these are very different. These are world's first, because these begonias, aside from having massive, huge flowers, are what are called a cascading begonia. So that means they're going to bloom upright and to the side, but now they also bloom and hang down like what you see here. They cascade and they trail down, which
cool.
in a hanging basket is perfect, because now you're going to get that full effect all over the, you're not even going to see the basket basically. But yes, you are going to get 3 farm fresh bulbs. I'll just show you what these look like.
Okay.
They already have sprouts on them when you get them home. I love these because these are huge, unlike, I don't know if you've ever seen a begonia bulb before, but if you would find them at the local garden store, they're really tiny. So this is about 3 years difference in growth. And so these bulbs here, you're going to get a ton of flowers this year, and the genetics are totally unlike what you would find anywhere else. Now, you do get the basket, and this is a 12-inch.
That's a nice basket.
Yes, it is. It's a powder-coated steel. It already comes with the hanging attachment included. You have this cocoa fiber liner, which is just a pretty nice look. And there is a thin sheet of plastic with some holes poked just to hold in, you know, everything and allow for some drainage. So we love these baskets. They're very lightweight. But what you see here on set, these are your bulbs planted. So we like putting all 3 together. It is a choice of, by the way. You pick either pink, yellow, or orange.
Okay, pink, yellow, or orange. Okay.
Or like above here near you.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
That was one of each, but you would get 3 collections to do that.
Right. So that's up to you, but here's what I am going to tell you. It's the end. I hate that. To me, it's like when Christmas is over, when garden season's over. I'm like, ugh, it went so fast. It always goes so fast.
So
this is the end of gardens. I'm sure it's not for you guys because you've worked your tails off, but it's at a sale price. We're giving you that opportunity. It's not too late. You put these, and you still have your soil mixture, and I know I'm calling it potting mixture, available.
You do have the black gold.
Yeah.
And along with that, which we didn't mention it, you do get the sample pack. So this is a sample pack of our all-purpose Bounty fertilizer. This is great for your begonias, but you could really use it on anything else. This 1 pack mixes with a gallon of water. Just go buy a jug if you don't know, you know, how to measure that, and then mix this. You can leave this indefinitely mixed. There's no shelf life on there.
Perfect.
But I love using this on my bulbs. I will water them in with it, and then every couple weeks I will give them a little bit of this and make the flowers really big, super beautiful, and it's super easy to plant these as well. I want to well, here's the 3 colors that you see: the yellow, the pink, and the orange. Now these have been bred for a very long time to produce these massive flowers, but like I said, these are also cascading. So never before would a begonia really look good in a hanging basket, because they're just upright.
Right, they're upright,
And so here though, you can see how they're cascading downward, and it really gives that flowing, trailing effect, which is so elegant.
Look how pretty these are. This would be a great gift to send to someone. I mean, it's not hard to plant a bulb.
Totally, it's kind of like a DIY kit. You get everything but the
It'd be
potting
fun for the kids, and then they could actually see it. And if you want more than one, then think about 3 easy pays at $11 and change. It would be, what, $23, $24 if you want to get 2 complete sets. Is that you?
That's me. A long time ago, maybe 10 years ago.
With your baby
face.
But
the flowers were huge.
Yeah.
And you can see here, they're huge too. White's not an option this year. We've had it in the past. That's why it's in the image. But you can see just how, okay, we haven't even mentioned some really good features about this. This is color in full shade to part shade.
Oh,
so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So think about when you hang out on your deck. You don't hang out in a deck in full sun. You have part shade or full shade. Now you can have beautiful flowers near you while you hang out. You know, this is something that you could grow even indoors, you know, in the middle of the year. And what's fun about this is, so they don't take a freeze, but all you're gonna do is pop this whole thing inside late fall and put it in the garage if you don't wanna mess with it, you know, keep it in the kitchen, doesn't matter. Now, these are all the colors that you have a choice of, and here's a mix. Some people do buy one of each color, and then they can make 3 mixed baskets, because you will get the basket and the food for every order. But this is one of the easiest plants to grow because let's just show you a little bit.
Okay.
I've got your 3 bulbs here. What I like to do, you know, fill this with the potting mix, and then you truly just like sort of nestle them in, just like 1 inch deep. I just planted them. Now I would take my fertilizer, I'd water them in.
Okay.
Make sure that, so they like to be about medium wet, and that's easy to do.
Okay.
Because they're in the shade, they're not drying out so fast.
That's a great point.
A lot of hanging baskets are a pain because they are in full sun, they're dried out every single day. You gotta be out there, your shoulder hurts watering them. This, you don't water that much because they're not getting dried out that fast.
That's a really great point. So go ahead and pick it up. I love the idea as a project for your grandkids, because most kids are going to be out of school, you know, very, very soon and looking for something to do. This way that, you know, this can be your way of being able to share that with them. And you get to keep this year after year after year. This is absolutely beautiful.
The bulbs come back year after year too, you know, as long as you don't let them freeze.
All right, don't leave them out in the winter.
Then these bulbs, they grow bigger every single year. And then
would I dig them out?
You know, that's personal choice. If you wanted to use the basket for something else, I would say no. Just bring it like this
the whole basket
in the garage. You know, what I like to do at the end of the season is I will cut this back. Takes me 1 second.
Oh, so you cut it back. Okay.
Yes, you don't have to. You can, if you want to take care of it in the wintertime, you can do that too.
Okay.
I like to cut my back and just pop the whole thing in the garage. There's nothing I mess with.
And then you say hello in spring?
Yeah, you bring it back out. It's that easy.
I like it. All right. You get a set of 3, you get a beautiful hanging plant, and you get a whole season's worth of fertilizer with that. You can't ask for more. When will we see you next, Mr. Derek?
Tomorrow in Sandra's show at, I think, 2 p.m.
All right. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. with Sandra. And, of course, Roberta's as well.